I want you to analyze this store right away. MoveFitness.com or the domain usemovefitness.com. The store already says it all, that it's totally targeted at the fitness audience, people who like to work out and do all kinds of sports. And here it sells products and accessories as well as clothing. It's very interesting to point that out. But look at the quality of this banner. Look at the quality of the store structure. Right away, as soon as I scroll down a bit here, it already changes. Here the header already has this white background. The logo looks really awesome, really cool. The purple banner gave the store a strong identity. And look at the structure, going through clothing, shoes, accessories, look at the background images, look at the products being well presented here and the details. Dropshipping, you see? And just look at the structure of this store. The colors match well with all the movement it's creating. Look at this, how cool, check it out. Look at the structure and selling in the dropshipping formats. See that? Look how nice the structure of this store is. And if we go here to complete packages, we get access here. We see several products. If we go to shoes, we'll see a lot of shoes here. Shorts and Bermudas. We're here too. Shorts and Bermudas. It's clearly aimed more at a male audience, as I often mention on the channel. This kind of structure is what you should set up. This is the kind of e-commerce store that makes people buy. Because as you know, especially because of marketplaces like Shopee, Mercado Libre, and Amazon, you're in a big competition for attention. And bringing a brand concept to your store, even if you sell several other types of products, that doesn't matter. He targeted the male audience. If I check accessories, there are several options too. So basically, he targeted a specific type of audience because people are buying more for the cause, for being fans of a certain brand, rather than actually for the price. They don't even care about the price. If they come into this store here and see that it's a professional store, that will offer good service. So for you who own Move Fitness, is your e-commerce looking really good? I see a lot of potential for you to grow with this brand and ultimately become a case study, even attempting to sell a brand this way. Because the name turned out really well, Move Fitness is a great name. Just keep moving forward. If you own this store, comment if you're already selling. The next store is Maxrenovacao with Brazil. It already indicates the store focuses on generic products, meaning selling in several categories, several niches for different types of audiences. This kind of store still works very well. You need to be dynamic when selecting products. You always have to be on the lookout for hype products, winning products that helps you sell. I only dislike the logo since it doesn't match the store's structure. Even though you created the mascot here, I think it's a leopard, this one turned out really cool. You put the shirt here with the M for Max Renovation, but I would recommend you make the logo with your store's colors. Is it this blue? You can see there are some color breaks here, probably due to a code mix-up, but I would recommend you change this here. It's not that the logo turned out bad. I like minimalist logos like this, just with the M here. I like it. You did a great job. It looks cool. Try testing it in blue. The category distribution also turned out nicely. Products organized here are also tested, approved, and recommended by Max. You can put by Max, right? By Max is better. Smart choices for those who demand more, so the store structure is all really good. You can see he personalized everything, even privacy terms and shipping with Max's names. Let's access this product to check it out and see its offer. A very well done description. Maybe it's even a filler product, but this kind of description, I want you to focus on it. Pause and read the description. This is a very well done description, even if it's for a filler product. For those who don't know, a filler product is one that's only made, as the name suggests, to fill up your store. You can sell these products. It's not the main goal, but sales are possible. That's why it's so important to have your description very well defined here. A testimonial was missing, but I'll overlook it. For filler products, it's sometimes unnecessary. I like the rotating banner in the header. It looks great. Max highlights the crowd favorites. Secure sockets layer purchase. But you know, I prefer to put more useful information in this header, like this one here. Max economic shipping plus 12 installments on the card. It's good to put in parentheses here with interest or even up to 3 installments without interest. How you charge your customer makes these changes important. Providing more strategic information helps. You put through your store the better. It's good he noted the 38 reais savings, but you need to watch this part. I don't know if this is the final price you're selling this product for. I don't know if these colors you chose for the price. Did you do any specific testing? But I think it would look better with a bit of your store's blue, like this price here. Right below, when you access it, there are several other products. It's likely still filled with placeholders since there aren't many products as I browse. In other words, it must be just starting out. If the store is on the right track, just make the small changes I mentioned and then you can start your campaigns. If I'm not mistaken, the next store has already been featured on the channel, which is Sky Shop Car, in other words, a store much more focused on car products. But the way I see this store, I believe it still has a lot of potential, but it needs to be better structured. If you own this store and have started advertising, stop spending money until your store structure is ready. There's still a lot that needs to be done here. I believe this theme didn't really add much value. For the store, the logo still needs a lot of improvement. The logo isn't that professional yet. This strip up here needs to be used better. This banner doesn't have good quality. I believe the colors aren't matching. The green with the black and at the same time the yellow. I think more changes can be made. The product structure is good, but it's simpler to break it down by line. So you keep this sequence of products here and then you break the line, adding something else, other information. 3 lines of products here. Right off the bat, I don't really see much sense in doing it this way. Be careful with these images. It's fine to pull them from AliExpress, but make sure to use your main images. One like this one here with a white background showing only the product, not like yours, for example, that are here. It shows it's a local supplier in Brazil. I don't recommend doing it this way. Here there's a banner that, actually, this banner here turned out nicer than the one you made. Even if the offer is really nice, the call to action is nice. Buy above 50, you should put the R and the dollar sign to show it. Why do I even confuse it with the dollar? I confuse it with the dollar, but it's important for you to fix this here. Most people will notice it's 50 raised, but that's fine. Within the professionalism of your store, you should provide coherent information that is really true, so that you don't create any room for discussion with your customer. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck with support. I was in doubt. Is it in dollars or in reais? The person saw that it's going to be in dollars and sometimes they think it's in dollars. They need to spend up to 250 or 300 reais at your store. And no, this can cause you some confusion there. Make you simply create confusion in your customer's mind, and that's not the goal, right? Make the changes. I don't think your store is ready to advertise yet. Don't run ads or attract visitors now. There's no point in wanting to start traffic if your store is structured this way. There are a lot of things that need to be improved here in your store. Regarding the points I mentioned, you need to improve the logo and improve the colors a bit. I think the theme isn't really valuing your store. The black background here, I don't think it looks good either. Give your store a good makeover. Then, yes, you can start advertising. As you know, I'm analyzing the stores you send me here. And one thing that's very important that I like to mention here is that you can't make a mistake on this one thing, which is selecting a payment platform. As you know, I've recommended the IPMAX platform here for years. It's right here. I always display the fees clearly on my screen. This is the per sale fee for both e-commerce dropshipping and traditional inventory, but for dropshipping, it's this one. Of course, man, you keep working, you keep executing, and depending on how your execution goes, that's the average you can manage. Within IPMAX, later on, you can get into discussions, things that can really help you lower this fee. But that's the fee, and they simply deliver the highest conversion rate in the market. I've already tested other payment platforms. I can confidently say IPMAX offers the best conversion rate, and you know that those who use it, and you can even leave a comment about it, know very well that those who use IPMAX always get a better approval rate on payments and without the risk of chargebacks. The most interesting part is here. The bank slip costs are $. In English, $49, and the PIX fee is 1%. And do you know that most Brazilians will use the PIX payment method unless they're using a credit card to pay in installments? In dropshipping and online stores, most purchases are made with PIX, about 1% using it. That's interesting. It's a great rate. I always recommend IPMAX. They have every solution. You can simply access the link in the description and you'll find all the solutions, all the information you need. To be able to integrate IPMAX into your online store, regardless of whether you do dropshipping or not, you can use IPMAX as your payment platform. The link will always be in the description to learn more. Take a look and see the fees. Do the math. I've already taught here several times on the channel how you do these calculations to analyze how much profit you'll have. Every sale and product you move in your store impacts your bottom line. You know that. Now let's continue analyzing the stores here. I'll leave the link in the description for you to check out these fees from IPMAX. The next store is Balumba Kids. I love this name. I love the logo. I love the structure. Look at this, how cool it is. Look at this, see? And the most interesting thing is that it's a store that won't be selling in Brazil. That's right, it's dropshipping for abroad. I really decided to analyze the structure of a foreign store so you can get an idea that yes, it's possible to work even while being in Brazil for outside of Brazil and earn in strong currencies. In fact, in my training at the independent school, we teach that as well. So just for you to understand, this is a store completely in English, gift ideas, offers, track order. What do I want you to analyze? The store, its structure is very good. Look at this, the store's structure is excellent. Look how amazing the store is, with a mascot, this polar bear here too. In the assignment of categories, the products. But what do I want you to analyze? The structure will be the same whether you sell in Brazil or anywhere else, rest assured. Look at this store's current structure. You look at a product here, you'll see, look there, the same foundation of creation of offering. Look at that. You see, look and look, charged in euros. That's strong currency. That's it. It's a hygiene product. Let's come over here, look at the structure, the same structure always. That's what I want you to understand. Many people mistakenly believe the foreign audience is more demanding than the Brazilian audience, but that's not true. See? The Brazilian audience the audience that buys, even on the internet, can actually be more demanding than the foreign audience. Absolutely. The store turned out great, with a cool design meant for international sales, including you, the owner. Leave it in the comments section. How are the sales going? Are you selling in a strong currency? Let us know. And by the way, we're setting up a structure to sell outside Brazil as well, focusing on Europe. If you want me to bring more content about this, leave it in the comments section. I will always model my tutorials, which I always bring here to YouTube so that I can teach you as well. Do you also want to learn how to sell abroad? The next store is Altec Net Brazil. I like the name. I like the way you made the logo here. It looks really cool seeing the logo right away. I can tell that it's a store much more focused on the technology niche. I haven't seen the products yet. It's just an assumption I'm making. I noticed a cool little fox here and saw you created the fox avatar. I like the banners. Here there's the strip for the pop-up here so we can confirm, so we can accept browser cookies. Notice how these banners and products are arranged. In the categories, you can tell it's a store focused on tech, but for different types of audiences. So there are products for the home, there are tech products for the office, tools. Here there's a blow-drying brush, there's a backpack. In other words, it's a general store, but a very well-structured store, very professional. It's a store that already deserves advertising and attention. People to this store, because even though it's generic, it reaches different types of audiences in various categories with different products. It's a store that's totally professional. It's a store that really is worth it for you to keep moving forward with it. So owner, please leave it in the comments. That's all. You yourselves are analyzing this store and you know that it's a really good store. But what about you? What did you think? Did you like the video? Did you like the content? Did you enjoy these store analysis? Do you own any of them? Let us know in the comments. And as I mentioned, if you're struggling with other payment platforms, use AppMax. You don't need to change your traffic if you're already investing and selling. Sometimes you think, man, I'm going to integrate. I'm going to add another payment platform. Since I'm already selling, I'll just leave this one here anyway. Don't switch during the day. Choose a late night time, like midnight to 2 a.m. to change your payment gateway or platform. I'm sure it'll be worth it for you. You don't need to stop any of your traffic, nothing. You don't need to. Just switch the payment platform. You'll notice it with the same traffic investment. When you're using the AppMax platform, you'll be able to increase your conversion rate. It's confirmed. You can be sure of that. At the video's end, I'll feature 2 pieces of content I chose to help you on your journey, on your path, in your online store with your journey. Internet entrepreneur. That's all. Big hug and goodbye.